What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the HNIC, the head nerd in charge of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United, Dakota Griswold, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today. And jumping right into the appetizers, well, we got an official look of the Call of Duty multiplayer yesterday, and well, yeah, surprise, surprise, it looks like Call of Duty. It basically seemed that the fact that they highlighted maybe just a Warzone update just to add some of the Black Ops. We didn't see any other modes, or we didn't see any team deathmatch or anything like that. We just got a chance to see some of the Warzone. And then at the end, they gave us a little tease for some zombies, right? Well, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody will most likely be looking forward to. Yeah, everybody like me will be jumping into team deathmatch and everything. And of course, even some in Warzone, but Warzone is even free. But the real cutter here is for the zombies and the regular multiplayer. And of course, the campaign. The campaign seems to be something very, very interesting. But as far as this multiplayer reveal trailer, it didn't really impress me that much. It wasn't much to see as of yet. Now, let's move on here. And well, GameStop seems to be doing pretty bad. They've closed over 400 stores this year. And well, they're down by a lot of money. Their quarter two numbers, they lost $111 million. And they've decreased from 27 to with a 30% reduction. And yeah, it's not really good right now for GameStop because, hey, well, COVID. Well, GameStop already was not doing the best before COVID. And you would think they'd be doing a lot better right now, but I guess a lot of people are still not wanting to come out their house, so they're buying everything digitally, granted so. But then it's crazy to me because GameStop might be losing money and they might have closed 400 stores, but even if PlayStation doesn't allow you to do the Xbox, something similar to the Xbox All Access deal, GameStop is just gonna go ahead and say, hey, listen, y'all can make payments for this stuff. These are $500 systems. So yeah, I guess everybody's just gonna go ahead and make payments, and we're gonna have leases on our game systems like what we do with our phones. And that's sad because what if we kind of miss out on payments? That's really what I'm worried about. You miss out on payments and then you gotta give it back. Yeah, and then you lose everything, and that's kind of rough. So hopefully, some things can be really worked out and ironed out. But this it'll probably be like, say $30 a month. Maybe just set aside a budget for $30 a month over the next year or two or something like that. But yeah, not everybody can do that. But yeah, it's interesting. GameStop is still trying to go ahead and push stuff forward just so they can get some revenue going along their way. Really interesting to see where GameStop is going to go, and really interesting to see if the PlayStation is going to go ahead and allow them to basically lease out or put it on layaway, take it, and just make small payments, rent-a-center type deal. That's very interesting to me. All right, lads and ladettes, it's time to get into the real meat and potatoes here, jumping right into it. And well, developers for Nintendo, they have been reportedly hearing that they need to be getting their games ready for 4K. With a 4K Nintendo Switch possibly coming next year, there's been rumors over the last year. They said nothing's happening this year. Fine, we got a slew of games, great games at that. But next year, they didn't say anything about next year, and the rumors are picking up. And right here, you have developers basically saying like, yo, Nintendo's telling us, yo, we need to have our games 4K ready. Well, this pretty much confirms it, and then Nintendo's ramping it up. They expecting to sell another 30 million between now and the end of fiscal year. Now imagine if they do come out and like, hey, look, we've officially sold between like 70 to 90 million official pieces of hardware. Now it's time to enter that little half-gen upgrade. Just imagine a 1080p handheld system, maybe a little closer to 4K, maybe like a 12 something, and then on TV it's 1440, something like that. I'm not really great with the resolutions, but this would be actually very, very awesome, because if some of these games that are already that already came out to Switch and they get upscaled and they get updates, I feel like Nintendo will do this, right? There's been this big speculation of, are certain games getting upscaled? Is there going to be a free upgrade for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox or whatever? Certain developers aren't having it, but imagine this. These games that are already on a Nintendo Switch, you got a 4K Nintendo Switch coming out next year. Everything automatically just works with it, no problem. I just really feel like that's what it is. And Nintendo has always handled backwards compatibility pretty interestingly, with the Wii playing GameCube games and then the Wii U playing both GameCube and Wii games. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, the Wii U did play GameCube games, right? To my knowledge, I do believe I played some GameCube games on my Wii U. I didn't get it. There was some digitally, but they did also have. You could play GameCube. Let's move on. All right, I don't even want to be putting my foot in my mouth, but I really do believe that this will definitely work. It's a 4K Switch. You just pop the same type of cartridge in. Maybe the system, the innards are a little bit more different and more powerful, but the cartridges themselves, maybe they're a little bit bigger, more space or something like that. But definitely want a 4K Switch. Maybe that's why we haven't gotten Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe that's why we haven't gotten Metroid Prime anything on the Nintendo Switch. It's very interesting to see. And then we're talking about Nintendo Switch, and then we're going to also talk about delays. No More Heroes 3 is officially delayed into 2021. COVID-19, definitely we know what's going on. The game was looking good because we got a chance to see Suda51. He basically was in front of gameplay, talking about him playing a whole stack of games and stuff like that. But the gameplay behind him was a little fuzzy, and we could see that the game is pretty far along in development. And I really want to say that this game is coming out between January and March of next year, honestly, because this game looks pretty done. Probably going to iron out some wrinkles and put a little bit of extra polish in there. Maybe, just maybe, because it got rated at a ratings board. The original 2 No More Heroes was on a ratings board. So can we get that on the Nintendo Switch before the end of the year? Because if you give that to us, that'll hold us off until No More Heroes 3. And also introduce people like me who didn't really get a chance to dig into that game, really into the universe, and learn more about Travis Touchdown and the characters and the villains and other contract killers and stuff like that, because that's what this game is about. Contract killers, and you're just trying to get to the top of the food chain, basically. But hey, take all the time you need. That's always what I say when it comes to delayed games. This game actually looks great. And hey, with all of these games coming out in the launch window between November to December and January, yeah, maybe this game wanted to steer clear from a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens in the near future. Well, given that it's 2021, we'll see what's going on. Now, I talk about Metroid a lot here, right? You would think I was just this Metroid super fanatic fan. I haven't even played most of them. I haven't even beaten a Metroid game, but I do have Metroid Prime 1 and 2, and I do really enjoy those games. I think they're really good. And I'm really wondering what's going on with Metroid Prime Trilogy. We don't know. We have no idea. They haven't even confirmed its existence. It's just been, rumored in the background, but we know it's there. But what I can mention is that I know something about Metroid Prime 4. Well, they got Dylan Job, a 25-year developer in the industry. He's the director of development now on Metroid Prime 4. That's who Retro Studios recently hired. He has done games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Battlefield Hardline, Borderlands, Twisted Metal Black, some Doom. He has been around the block a few times, and I see exactly what they're doing. They're really trying to nail down the first-person shooter aspect of it. Now, if you play the Metroid games on, like, say, the GameCube, the controls feel a little bit dated because they didn't really use the second analog, the C-stick. They didn't use it as, like, really an analog to look around and everything like that. They used it just to, like control the visor and some other menu things. I'm wondering if they're going to let us use basically use dual analogs. I really do believe that, but that's where it's going to be a big update for it. And I hope that they implement some of this same stuff in the Metroid Prime trilogy. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm tired of hearing just little scuttlebutt, little things happen in the background. I want to see some gameplay. I just want to. If you're going to give us Metroid Prime trilogy, give us one by one. Who knows? You can't give it to us this year now because we got November. We got all the way up to November crowded. I don't think you're going to end the year off with December. Not everybody knows Metroid. Metroid doesn't always sell very well here in the States. But I'm telling you right now, with with the resurgence of Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch, you put Metroid Prime out on there, people are gonna be like, what's this shooting game? Like, oh, that's Metroid? You mean like for Super Nintendo? This is a first-person shooter? This is a new game? No, it's not a new game. It's a remaster of a trilogy from three games that people just really basically ignored, including me, up until maybe a year or two ago. I definitely will admit that I'm a part of that, but I'm really, really interested, and I can't wait to see more of it. I'm tired of seeing the little updates. I know, gotta be patient. They need to put that polish. It was just last year, basically, that they restarted development. So I really don't believe that this game is coming out at least until the end of 2022. It ain't coming out next year, that's for sure. But with next year being both the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda and the 35th anniversary of Metroid, I'm wondering how Nintendo is going to handle it. Well, it appears that this year they squeezed mostly Mario and a little bit of Zelda. Next year, maybe they can sprinkle a little bit more Zelda and just give us a smidget of Metroid. Maybe just give us one Prime. I don't know if you're remaking it. Just give us a trilogy. I want some Metroid. I'm dying over here for some Metroid. What about you? Any of y'all some Metroid fans? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, the Xbox Series X price has officially been revealed. $500. Like I've been talking on the channel for weeks, and it officially releases November 10th alongside the Series X. And get this, drum roll please, you can officially pre-order it September 22nd. Everybody get your wallets ready, get your money ready, start saving every dime. August ain't done yet. You probably got at least one or two more checks that you can get from it this month. So go ahead and save some money, and so you can get you an Xbox Series S or Series X. But you also have access to the Xbox All Access, right? Pun intended. Xbox All Access with, you can pay $25 a month for that Series S or $35 a month for the Series X. So, hey, it's all in fair. If you don't want to spend all of it right away, go ahead and get into that Xbox All Access. Now, in more Xbox news, the rest of this video is definitely mainly Xbox news. So here is something that's really interesting. We all know what Game Pass is, right? We love Game Pass. Game Pass is awesome. For $15 a month, you get access to over 100 plus games, and some games rotate out, but then you got the Microsoft games, they stay there. You get to play every Halo all the time, anytime, right? How would you feel if they had EA games on there at no additional cost? Yeah, I'm not making this up. They announced yesterday that EA Play, which was formerly EA Origins and stuff like that, it's now EA Play, and it's going to be on Game Pass and Game Pass for PC and so on and so forth. Just imagine, right? Just imagine. Now, everybody didn't love Anthem. It was something there to like about it, but it just wasn't enough. And, you know, wishing the best of luck with them in Anthem 2.0. Imagine playing Anthem, a games as a service, if it works and it does well, on your cell phone. That is insane to me. But now, with them getting ready to launch this later in the holiday, probably around the time that the Xbox Series consoles come out, imagine playing Titanfall on your cell phone. You can't imagine that? Because y'all probably didn't play Titanfall? Because they sent Titanfall out to die, releasing between Call of Duty and Battlefield that year? This is your chance to play Titanfall, not one, but two. Get a chance to experience a phenomenal campaign and even more fun multiplayer. Imagine playing Titanfall 2 on an Xbox Series S or X at 120 frames per second if they allow them to update that. I am ecstatic. PlayStation is bringing the games. Xbox is bringing the services. Everybody is bringing the heat. This is what I like to see. Competition is healthy without any L's being taken. People are like, I can't afford an Xbox. Well, get you the digital version. Just get you Xbox Game Pass games, and that'll hold you until maybe you have the $500 saved up, and then you can start getting stuff physically. But there aren't going to be any games that you really want to buy on the Xbox Series S that's probably not going to be on Game Pass right away, at least. Go ahead, play that. Everything digital. A lot of people like to go digital mainly anyway, but the Series X, I need that power. I need to harness that power. So I could only imagine 120 frames per second. They showed Gears of War at 120 frames per second. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. So let's move further on into the Xbox, and well, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they moved it up a week just to match the Xbox release date. Go figure, right? Even though the game doesn't look like it's ready for Series X, looks like it's better for this. It actually looks ready. Like it would look phenomenal on a PS3 360, right? It's officially coming out November 10th now. It was originally November 17th. And I was wondering because it was just so dangerously close to Watch Dogs Legion, right? Watch Dogs Legion on current gen is officially launching October 29th, but now it's also releasing November 10th alongside the Xbox Series consoles. What? Like, I know they're two different types of games, but Ubisoft, you putting two of your games out, and like I understand, oh, nope, we don't want people to choose, make them buy both, fine. But these are two dramatically different types of games. You got a Viking game, and then you got a game where you're hacking and trying to take back a city, and of course you're shooting guns and hacking technology. Those sound like two very different games, but I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed is gonna sell leagues better because Assassin's Creed is it's Pepsi, okay? What did my man Denzel say in American Gangster? Pepsi. It's a brand name. No matter what, if people hear Pepsi, they're going to buy it because that's a brand name. People are going to buy Assassin's Creed because that's a brand name. Lads and ladders, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you. Go ahead and hit the like button if you didn't already. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and scroll up to all so you know when your boy is posting. Don't forget to share this video everywhere. It's shareable. And lads and ladders, this video is finito.